Jim Wilson and Craig Thompson. Kids love them, and you will too.
The Athlete's Choice. We're talking about S&M Sports Shop in Shelby. Locally owned and operated with the hometown people like Mike, Suzanne, Dale, Luke, Charlie, Adam, and Darren. They can take care of all your athletic needs. S&M Sports Shop is your team outfitter for all local schools in whatever sport you play.
We go to the third inning on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Game 5 of this best-of-5 series. Shelby and Huntersville tied at 2 in the series, but Huntersville leads this game 2-1 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. For post 82 here in the top of the third inning, it'll be coming to the plate, Chandler Young, then back top of the order with Mr. Mims, Jackson Mims, and C.J. Brooks.
And we've got a Jammin' Jay's Pizza call the bullpen for Huntersville as first baseman Jared Fortune moves over to the hill, switches places with Hunter Conley, and the right-hander Fortune now on the mound for Huntersville.
I want to apologize for our folks on WhatsAppShopper.com. We were temporarily off WhatsAppShopper.com for a few moments. We got you back on now. Also, will remind you that if you missed this afternoon's game, you're going to watch it again. It's already been loaded. You can go to WhatsAppShopper.com and watch the game 4 earlier this afternoon.
And the first pitch to Chandler Young, fouled back out of play, right side, 0-1. Fastball lifted to right center field, going to drop in for a base hit. So a good start to the third for post 82, Chandler Young with a leadoff single. And that'll send us back to the top of the order. Third baseman, Jackson Mims. And in a 7-inning ball game, could be a spot where you might want to move him over. Fortune comes set, showing bunt, bunting it out in front of the plate. It's a pretty good bunt. Throw to first low, not in time. And the runner advances from second to third. There's going to be a play. Here's the throw, and he is out at third. So Chandler Young thrown out 4-5. The second baseman picked up the carom off of the glove of Hunter Conley at first. And there's one down. Mims reaches on what'll be a sacrifice and then a throwing error. It won't count as an official at bat. And C.J. Brooks is at the plate with one down, the runner at first. Pitch in the dirt. Runner going from first, throw down to second. Not in time. Throw just a little high. And Jackson Mims hustling in there under the throw. So he's down at second in scoring position now. And a 1-0 count on C.J. Brooks.
C.J. had a single back in the first inning, later scored the Shelby run on the scoreboard.
The 1-0 is low by Fortune, and it's 2-0. 2-1 our score. Huntersville with a 1-run lead here in the top of the third inning. But post 82 threatening with a runner at second, one down. Fastball outside, ball 3 on Brooks. Fortune comes set. 3-0 pitch, well high in the strike zone. It's ball 4. C.J. Brooks on with a 1-out walk. First walk given up by Huntersville pitching this game, and that'll bring up our Aura Supermarket player to watch, Evan Loases. But before Evan can step into the box, we're going to get a visit from the Huntersville coaching staff.
As Coach Smith heads out to the mound, we remind you that Braves baseball returns tomorrow afternoon, 1:20 airtime. Be about a 1:30 start tomorrow afternoon. Braves and the Mets from Turner Field tomorrow afternoon on WOHS tomorrow. Tomorrow night on WCSL, you'll definitely have a game on. Cherryville will be playing somewhere, either at home against Shelby or down at Huntersville at North Meck against this post 321 team. So there will be Legion baseball on the air on WCSL tomorrow night for sure.
So the meeting broken up now, and Evan Lawassa steps to the plate with a 1-for-1 ball game going.
S&M has Letter Jackets.
I'm up, and he looks at a curveball that misses for ball one. Jared Fortune, the right-hander on the mound in relief of Hunter Conley for Huntersville. Next pitch, a fastball misses low, ball two. And Fortune has thrown 6 straight balls. Fastball swung on, popped up. Is it in play? The catcher makes a good play. Foul territory just to the right of the dirt area around home plate. And there's 2 down. That'll send up Nick Triplett, the cleanup batter.
Triplett a double his first time up and drove in that Shelby run back in the first inning.
Maybe Nick can come through again with runners at first and second and 2 down. Shelby's been out hit 5-3 in this ball game. Curveball swung and a missed 0-1. Nick had a good rip, just came up empty. Fortune comes set. Fastball swung on, fouled out of play.
As we look around now, buddy, there are some dark clouds around. It's a little bit threatening, it looks like, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely gotten a little bit more cloud cover, but
hopefully no rain here.
0-2 is hit up the middle. Shortstop flips over to the second baseman, and the fielder's choice will end the inning.
For Shelby, no runs. There was 1 hit. There was 1 error, and a couple runners left on. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning on the Medical Arts Farmview scoreboard. Huntersville still leads at 2-1 on Big O Country and WhatsUpShopper.com.
For all local high schools and is your Cleveland County headquarters for Oakley Sunglasses. S&M Sports Shop, 707 South Lafayette Street in Shelby.
Save big on a huge selection of used bikes at Honda Motorcycles of Shelby. Take a look at an 03 VT 750 Ace, only 6,100 miles, was $46.99, now just $41.99. An 08 Yamaha V-Star 650, only 3,200 miles, was $51.99, only $48.99. And see an 06 Honda Goldwing Trike, priced too low to advertise. And save too on program 4-wheelers. Now $500 off at Honda of Shelby, Highway 74 Bypass East in Shelby.
Since 1998, Cecil Burton Funeral Home and Crematory has been serving the people of Shelby and Cleveland County. Cecil Burton Funeral Home and Crematory is there to help the family in their time of need. Cecil Burton and his staff understands the needs of the families they serve and offer that understanding with personal and professional care. They are there to help guide you through the process with compassion. Cecil Burton Funeral Home and Crematory.
Leading off for Huntersville will be number 13, Jared Fortune.
Go to the bottom of the 3rd. 2-1 score. Huntersville leading it on Medical Arts Farmview scoreboard. Jared Fortune leads off the inning.
And he fouls the first pitch off the screen, straight back 0-1. Fortune walked his first trip to the plate. 2-1 our score on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Led up, popped up. Who's going to call for it? I believe it's going to be the left fielder, C.J. Brooks. He makes the play for out number 1.
Next batter will be number 11, Eric.
That'll send up the shortstop, Eric Seiler.
On deck.
Seiler reached on a walk his first trip. Takes a curveball outside, ball 1. Next pitch low and inside, 2-0. Right-hander ready with the 2-0 pitch. That's fouled back behind the home plate area, and it's 2-1.
Buddy, we're just a few weeks away from the World Series right here at Veterans Field, Keeter Stadium. It begins on August 17th. I believe it's 4 weeks from next Friday, and another big 5 days of baseball here that week.
Yeah, going to be a good time again. Next pitch fouled off into the first base stands.
And we'll be carrying every game for you on WOHS and WCSL, so keep that in mind. And also, you can listen to it if you're away from the area on realcountry1390.com. Won't have any video rights to it, unfortunately, because of ESPN3 has that.
2-2 curveball, swung and a miss. Seiler down on strikes, out number 2.
Also, our high school football coverage begins on the night before August 17th. On the 16th, Shelby High plays host to A.M. Brown, just to the west of us here in Blanton Stadium, Blanton Memorial Stadium, Pearlie Allen Field. David Allen, Brent Pasco, and Jeff Jones will be bringing you the action again this year for Shelby High football on WOHS.
Connor Duncan at the plate takes the first pitch for a ball outside, 1-0. Takes a little bit off, and that's over for a strike, 1-1. Duncan 1 for 1. He singled to left. 2 down, nobody on. Right-hander Dustin Green on the mound, and his 1-1 breaking ball over for a called strike. 1-2 the count. Next pitch just missed, and count 1-2. Dustin with a sign from Evan Lolasis. 2-2 curveball. A little bit low, and that'll run it full, 3-2. We're in the bottom of the third inning of a 7-inning game, 2-1 Huntersville. Next pitch fouled out of play in the Huntersville bullpen area. Both teams scored their runs in the first inning. Shelby opened it up with 1 in the top half, and Huntersville answered with a couple in their half of the first. That's where we're at now. 3-2 pitch on the way from Green. Chopper towards short. Big hop for Chandler Young. Wide throw of first, and rounding first and heading to second is Connor Duncan. Now he's taking third. Throw comes, and it's over the third baseman's head. He doesn't know it. Now he gets the information, and he'll score the third run of the ball game for Huntersville.
2 throwing errors there, and ends up with a inside the park error helped home run, I guess you call it.
So post 82 just generous there as they gave that one away, and that'll bring up Cameron Underwood, the left fielder. But before Cameron comes to the plate, there's some discussion going on between the umpires and Huntersville team. And I think what it is, Dan, I noticed a little bit of talking between the players, and evidently the umpires heard it as well. When Duncan scored, there was a little bit of conversation, I believe, going on between him and Evan Losses, and possibly someone else on the bases as he.
I think are they going to claim he missed a bat?
Shelby might try to appeal that he missed second. Now, this is a little more difficult appeal here because obviously it wasn't. It actually should be an automatic out. But I don't know how he's going to step off and say he appealed that the runner missed second, and they're not going to give it to him.
No hurt to try it. All I can say is no.
You're right. Anyway, 2 down, and Underwood, the left fielder, at the plate. A run in, pushing Huntersville's lead to 3-1 now on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Breaking ball over the outside edge, 0-1. Underwood reached on a fielder's choice. Actually didn't reach, but he was credited with the fielder's choice. First at bat. Next pitch low and outside. Ball 1-1. Dustin Green ready with the 1-1. Fastball high and away. Ball 2-1. You're right, Dan, over the center field lights and the trees back there. It looks pretty dark back there in that direction.
Those clouds are building much like they did last night. In that second area of showers that moved through around 6:30, and they'd already called the game anyway, but there's no way they could have played the game last night.
2-1 pitch misses, and it's 3-1 now on Cameron Underwood. With 2 down, nobody on. Chopper over the mound. Chandler Young in on it. Strong throw to first in time.
But post 321 of Huntersville picks up another run on no hits. There were 2 Shelby errors and nobody left on. We go to the 4th inning on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Huntersville leads Shelby 3-1 on WOHS and WCSL and WhatsUpShopper.com.
Crematory, locally owned and operated, 106 Cherryville Road in Shelby. Have you got a lamp that does not work? Don't throw it away. Bring it into Shelby Hardware, where Neil Holcomb will repair it for you. Neil can fix table and floor lamps, new or old, and he will also work on chandeliers. Your lamp repair headquarters is Shelby Hardware, serving Shelby and Cleveland County since 1979. Easy access, quick, friendly service. Shelby Hardware, 506 South Lafayette Street in Shelby. Call 704-482-4405.
Since 1900, the Stamey Funeral Home in Fosston has been serving the families of our area with the finest in funeral service. In 1998, the Tysinger family began to serve the families of the Cherryville community, and today are a proud member of that community, providing services with dignity and respect. Caring for your family like our own, that's their slogan. Come talk with manager Pete Kraft about the services they provide at the Stamey Cherryville Funeral Home, 405 North Dixie Street in Cherryville.
If someone tried to sell you trouble, you wouldn't pay money for it. That's a product nobody wants. But without the right kind of maintenance for your car, that's what you get. Part of that maintenance should be regular oil changes. The folks at Rapid Pace Oil Change in Boiling Springs will take care of this aspect of maintenance for you. And Rapid Pace is an official state inspection station. So when your vehicle's state inspection date comes up, See the folks at Rapid Pace Oil Change, 201 South Main Street in Boiling Springs.
0-1. Fortune's next pitch, a fastball outside, ball 1-1. Melton flew to center his first trip to the plate. Right-hander ready with the 1-1, breaking ball, hit up the middle. And Brock Melton on with an a leadoff single here to start the fourth.
Again, it's only a 7-inning game. You don't want to keep waiting. You're the visiting team at the plate, so you need to catch up quickly here.
You're right about that, Dan. And now Jay Siegel, the right fielder, at the plate. Showing bunt and attempting at it, but coming up empty is Siegel, the count 0-1. Once again, squaring early. Fastball bunted, but foul.
This is Jay's first trip to the plate today.
Fortune to the belt. 0-2 curveball, swung and a missed. And Siegel down on strikes for out number 1.
Next batter will be number 5, Cody Fitch.
Second baseman Cody Fitch stands in with 1 out, and Brock Melton at first. Pitch over the outside corner, 0-1. Cody popped to second his first time up. Breaking ball in the dirt, but a good block by Pern, the catcher, to keep Melton at first. Count 1-1 on Cody Fitch. Fastball fouled off of the foot of Fitch. Count now, ball 2 strikes. Post 82 trailing 3-1 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, and as Dan mentioned, just a 7-inning game, so we're in the top of the 4th right now.
Yeah, we're just about halfway through.
Fortune comes set for Huntersville. Pitch is hit up the middle. Could be a double play. Shortstop will step on the bag, throw to first. 6-3 double play, and that'll end the inning for Shelby here in the 4th.
For Shelby, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. We're halfway through here at Veterans Field Keeter Stadium of this game 5, and Huntersville leads it 3-1 on Big O Country and WhatsUpShopper.com.
Caldwell 3, Midville 1, moving to the 9th.
From online banking to high-yield CDs, we're all about financial services with Hometown Spirit. High-performance auto loans, comfortable home mortgages, savings that'll save the day. It's all here, and it all comes with a hometown heart and spirit you won't find at other places. Come in, let's talk. We're an equal housing lender. Substantial penalty for early withdrawals on CDs. First National Bank. Hometown banking since 1874. Member FDIC.
Year-round fun begins at the Bargain Station brand name outlet on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Keep cool with Baubles. Bobble in sets are just $6.99 and complete bottle sets are $9.95. You'll find luggage and bags, sporting equipment including golf clubs, grills for cooking, and much more. All at big savings to you. The Bargain Station name brand outlet, 4400 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right next to Honda Motorcycles. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, Saturdays, 9 till 2.
Leading off for Huntersville will be number 15, Jake Hearn. Sobo on deck.
We come back to the bottom of the fourth inning. 3-1, Huntersville leads post 82 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, and Jake Pern leads off to Huntersville fourth.
And the first pitch, curveball inside corner, 0-1. Nick Hastings now out in right field for post 82. Justin Green's next pitch, that's over for a strike. And he's ahead in the count, 0-2 to Pern.
Heard a score from Caldwell County a while ago. Mint Hill and them playing for the right to go. Caldwell and Mint Hill playing for the right to go to the next round. And that's the next pitch, called strike.
And Pern down on strikes for out number 1.
And I believe Caldwell had to lead 3-1 in that game. And they're playing that game, of course, up at M.F. Deal Stadium in Granite Falls tonight.
Back to the top of the order for Huntersville, second baseman Jared Sobo.
Sobo, 2 hits tonight, double and a single, and has scored a run.
And he was 3 for 4 in the first game. There's a grounder to second. Cody Fitch to Brock Melton, 2 down.
Batter will be number 2, Kurt Stabasevsky.
That bring up third baseman Kurt Stabasevsky. First pitch to Stabasevsky in there, called strike, 0-1. Dustin Green's done a good job since coming on in the second inning in relief of Cody Fitch. Gave up 1 run, but it was unearned. Next pitch fouled out of play.
Yeah, back in that last inning, in fact, Connor Duncan reached base on the error and scored before the next batter come to the plate. Another error.
There's 2 throwing errors.
Yeah. He went all the way around and scored.
0-2 the count. Next pitch outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two curveball, called strike 3.
And for the first time in this game, Huntersville goes down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the 5th inning on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Huntersville leads post 82, 3-1. You're listening to tonight's game on WOHS, watching it on whatsupshopper.com.
Hospice of Cleveland County is proud to sponsor this local sporting event. Hospice of Cleveland County is there for you when you need comfort and care. Referrals can be made by the patient, family members, a physician, a minister, a friend, or anyone who cares. Their professional staff at Hospice of Cleveland County is committed to preserving human dignity through compassion, integrity, and excellence in patient care. For more information, call 704-487-4677 or visit the website at hospicecares.cc. Angus is the word for beef, and Adora Supermarket and Broad River Hams in Shelby, AA grade, premium quality, affordable priced, high river Angus. And they'll cut your Angus steaks upon request. Get the perfect steak for your perfect cookout. Right now, get ribeye, T-bone, or porterhouse steaks for only $6.99 a pound. plus ground chuck, chicken, hot dogs, and fish. And ask about their bundle specials from 16 to 50 pound to big company bundles. At Orr Supermarket and Broad River Hams, 1026 East Marion Street in Shelby.
Blanton Cars is slashing down payments. We offer down payments as low as $500. We are the most experienced buy here, pay here dealer in Cleveland County. We have cars as new as 2010 models that we will finance in-house. We don't look at your past credit. Your job is your credit here. We have payment plans to fit your budget. Stop by today and let us put you in the car you deserve. Blanton Cars has 2 locations to serve you in Shelby, East Dixon Boulevard across from the Western Sizzlin' and West Dixon Boulevard beside Taco Bell.
We come back to Veterans Field, Keeter Stadium, 3-1 our score. Huntersville leading Post 82 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. And at the plate for Post 82 is Dustin Green.
And Dustin grounds to short, 6-3 on the putout. Seiler over the bag at second base, making the play. 1 down.
Post 82 will be number 9, Chandler Young.
That'll send up shortstop Chandler Young. Chandler 1 for 1. He singled to center his first trip. Takes a pitch in the dirt, ball 1. One-0 fastball, high ball 2. Right-hander Jared Fortune ready with 2-0. That's in the dirt. The count now 3-0 on Chandler Young.
Fortune pitched on the mound in Game 3 down at Huntersville in relief on Thursday night.
Tall right-hander ready with the 3-0. That's high, ball 4. So 1-out walk to Chandler Young, and we'll head back to the top of the order. Jackson Mims.
The walk to Young brings to the plate for leadoff man, number 6, Jackson Mims. Brooks on deck.
Second walk of the ball game for Fortune. Mims takes a pitch in the dirt, ball 1.
Well, the one semifinal series in the Area 4 has been set now, buddy. As Caldwell this evening defeated Mint Hill 3-1, and they win that series 3-2, and they'll face the Gaston Braves.
Fortune's 1-0 is over for a strike, 1-1. That should be a good series. The Braves have got a good team. 1 out, runner at first for Post 82 here in the top of the 5th inning. 3-1, Huntersville leads it. 1-1 pitches high, ball 2, 2-1. Jackson Mims at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Grounded to short and sacrificed a runner over. 2-1, swung on a miss, 2-2.
Of course, Cherryville and the winner of this game will go against each other in the other Area 4 semifinal.
Fortune comes set, breaking ball, lifted to left field for a base hit. That was a hanging curveball, and Jackson Mims lines it to left for the 1-out single. Runners at first and second now, and C.J. Brooks.
Base hit by Mills, brings to the plate number 11, C.J. Brooks.
CJ's been on both times tonight. He base hit and scored Shelby's only run so far back in the first, and on via a base on balls in the third.
So no time like the present to get something going here for Post 82. They trail 3-1 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. 1 down. Runners at first and second. We're only in the top of the fifth, but just remember it's a 7-inning ball game. Right-hander for Huntersville with a look at the runner at second. His curveball's in the dirt all the way to the brick wall just to the right of the third base dugouts, and both runners will advance. And now a base hit should tie this ball game up. 1-0 the count on CJ. And Fortune's going to go from the windup with 1 down, runners at second and third. So the runner at second should be able to get a good secondary lead on a base hit. And there is the base hit. It should score 2 easily. 1 run in. Here comes the second run. It will score easily. And it's a new ball game. Shelby 3, Huntersville 3. 2-run single, C.J. Brooks.
CJ, his second hit of the game, a big one it is, to tie it up.
It's always good to throw from the windup, but with less than 2 outs, sometimes it pays to kind of keep that runner a little bit closer at second. And he may have scored anyway, but definitely was going to score if you're coming from the windup. CJ down at first now, still only 1 down.
When you pitched, buddy, back in your days in high school and college, did you with runners at second and third or just third, did you go to the windup? Did you go
if
to
it
the
was
stretch?
2 out, I would usually go to the windup. Anything less than 2, normally I'd go from the stretch, and I believe we're going to have a pitching change.
Yeah, Jam & J's call to the bullpen, sponsored by Jam & J's Pizza Factory on Grove Street, behind the Golden Corral, just off 74 East in Shelby, and we'll be back in 90 seconds on WOHS and whatsupshopper.com.
There's never been a better time to switch to Nationwide and save. For auto, home, life, or business insurance, call Heather, Gary, Mark, or Gaylord at the Gaylord Brawley Nationwide Insurance Agency in Shelby. You can trust Nationwide, serving North Carolina customers since 1928 and #1 for 20 straight years. The Gaylord Brawley Nationwide Insurance Agency, 1235 Falston Road in Shelby. Call 704-484-2680. The Mattress Store in Shelby has the largest selection and lowest prices in Cleveland County. There are over 25 different floor models to choose from. Come by and check out the selection of mattresses by Simmons, Sealy, Symbol, and Park Place. The Mattress Store has any price or firmness you're looking for. Also check out the selection of headboards, frames, and waterbed supplies. Financing and delivery is available. The Mattress Store, Highway 18 North, Shelby.
Former club members Denzel Washington and Jennifer Lopez for the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future.
You can change a child's future. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
You can open doors for children to have great futures at the Boys and Girls Club of Cleveland County. Visit us at 412 West Sumter Street or at greatfutures.org.
Well, Jared Sobo, the second baseman, comes in to pitch now, buddy, and Jam & J's called the bullpen. That was occurred for Huntersville, and the first batter he'll face with for Post 82 will be Evan Loases.
And Evan, our Aura Supermarket player to watch. And a big at-bat for Evan in Post 82. With 1 down, C.J. Brooks at first, a couple runs in already to tie the score. We've got some other changes. We'll get those for you in a moment. Hunter Conley and right. Fortune goes from the mound back to first base. And I believe there's a couple more. First pitch in the dirt. Good jump by C.J. Brooks down to second just in time. And you got to get a good jump because Perrin has a rocket behind the plate, but he can't come up with the throw there to get Brooks. C.J. now in scoring position down at second on the wild pitch by Sobo. I believe the new second baseman now is Kurt Stabasevsky. I just have to get who's at third, and I believe we will be set. And they'll call a meeting to the mound. Perrin will go out and talk with Sobo.
So C.J. Brooks represents the potential go-ahead run down at second. Evan already had a base hit back in the first inning. He's 1 for 2 tonight.
Next pitch in the dirt. And going to third is Brooks, and that throw's not going to be in time. Now CJ's just 90 feet away, and another good heads-up base running maneuver because Perrin kept it in front of him, blocked it. But a good jump by CJ, and he's at third with only one down now. The count 2-0 on the losses. See something just...
Okay.
Yeah, Will Champion moves into third as the 2-0 pitch misses, ball 3. Champion, the right fielder, moves into third.
I don't think we have anybody new in the lineup.
No, they just moved around.
Moved around quite a bit, yeah.
But Will Champion now the third baseman. Stabasevsky at second. 3-0 pitch is over for a strike, 3-1. Working from the windup, it's Sobo, and he misses, ball 4 to Larosas. Evan on with the 1-out walk. And the inning continues for post 82, and now the cleanup batter, Nick Triplett at the plate. And that'll bring out another visit from the coaches for Huntersville. And I believe we're going to get another pitching change.
As he comes out, we'll see what happens. They are bringing somebody from the bullpen, so we will have another Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory call to the bullpen, and we'll be back in 90 seconds on WOHS, WCSL, RealCountry1390.com, and you're watching it tonight on WhatsUpShopper.com.
Lell Hardware and Garden Center is in its 21st year of serving you with the best selection of hardware, lawn and garden supplies, and a wide variety of dog and other animal foods. Ed and Linda Lell thank you for your patronage and remind you that now is the time for their spring yard and garden projects. They have fertilizer, grass seed, pine needles, mulch, garden seed, and plants. And if you're planting your first garden, Lell Hardware has everything you need. Lell Hardware and Garden Center, Highway 18 between Shelby and Falston. When accidents happen, it's reassuring to know that quick expert care is nearby. Carolina's Healthcare Urgent Care Shelby is now open and is staffed with experienced physicians, mid-level providers, nurses, and support personnel equipped with on-site laboratory and x-ray services. So keep our new location and contact information close by for immediate access to the region's preferred health care and largest physicians network. Carolina's Healthcare Urgent Care, 1010 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
Back at Veterans Field, Keeter Stadium, new pitcher on the mound, right-hander Spencer Vanatter for Huntersville, and he comes in to face center fielder Nick Triplett. Runners at first and third, only 1 out, and 3 runs already in, and Nick Triplett will call time and step out of the batter's box.
Nick had a double to drive in the first Shelby run back in the first inning.
And the first pitch, a curveball inside from Venator, 1-0. Venator from the stretch. Next pitch, a fastball popped out of play. And stands first base side. That evens the count up at 1-1. I remind you, the winner of this game will go on to face Cherryville Post 100, and that series will begin tomorrow night. Should Post 82 win, they will be playing at Fraley Field in Cherryville. Game 1 tomorrow night. Next pitch is up and in, count 1-1. Two and one, excuse me. Nick 1 for 2. He doubled and then reached on a fielder's choice. 2-1 pitch, fouled straight back. He had a good rip at that. Those are the kind that you know you're right on it when they come straight back. You just barely miss it by a hair. Post 82 could use a big gapper right here. Venator would like to have a strikeout or a ground ball. Curveball inside, full count, 3-2 now on Nick Triplett. And in the on-deck circle, first baseman Brock Melton. 1 out. Runners at first and third for Shelby. Top of the 5th inning, 3-3 our score on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. And a payoff pitch coming to Nick Triplett. High, ball 4. Bases loaded for Post 82. First walk by Venator, but the 4th walk of this ball game for Huntersville. And now stepping to the plate, first baseman Brock Melton. Before Brock goes to the plate, he'll have a couple of last-second words of instruction from Coach Mike Grayson. Bases full, 1 out. Venator will work from the windup to Brock Melton. They're in at the corners for Huntersville. Double play depth up the middle. First pitch off the, well, actually it caught the corner, the umpire said. 0-1.
Shelby faithful did not like the call, as you could hear.
Venator gets a sign from Pern. Look at the runner at third. Now from the windup, the 0-1. Pitch is drilled to right field. If it stays fair, it's out of here. It's going to be a grand slam. No, it's off of the wall. Excuse me. Early call, but a couple of runs will score. They're going to wave the 3rd run. I thought that was gone, Dan. I thought it hit off the back wall.
Oh, it's very close to getting out of here.
I early called it. But he knocked a couple of runs in anyway with a 2 RBI double. Post 82 now, 5. Huntersville 3 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. And Brock Melton with a big, big hit. I like to see the video on that. I wonder if Kevin got it, because I thought for a second it hit off the Biata Nurse's sign. Now Nick Hastings at the plate. Runners at second and third, and the infield drawn in all the way around now for Huntersville. Pitch in there. And the count 0-1, I believe, on Nick. Yeah, it's first pitch. Triplett at third. Brock Melton at second. 1 out. 1-1 pitch hit to center. Pretty well hit. Back on it, Duncan. He's going to get there, but it should score the run easily from third. Nick Triplett tags, and it's 6-3 Shelby. Big, big inning for Post 82 here in their half of the 5th inning.
That was Nick Hastings' first trip to the plate tonight, and just coming in for Siegel, and a big sacrifice fly there in RBI.
You're absolutely right, Dan, and that gives Post 82 a 3-run cushion, and it's never enough with a good team like Huntersville. Cody Fitch will be up now with the runner at second and 2 down.
Hey, we could use another Pegram Insurance run here.
Fastball in the outside corner, 0-1. Venator has taken the brunt of this inning, but Sobo and Fortune got a little bit of it too. Big 5-run inning, and it ain't over yet. Fitch will step out and call time. And a right-hander throwing in the Huntersville bullpen. They've already used 4 pitchers to this point, but now they're the 4th. 0-1 pitch lifted to left center field. And it's going to give Duncan plenty of time to get over and take it in for the final out of the inning.
But 9 men come to the plate for post 82 in the 5th, and a big inning it is. 5 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. There were no errors and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning on the Medical Arts Farmview scoreboard with post 82 leading 6-3 on Big O Country and whatsupshopper.com.
There's $200 in the pot. We'll make the rounds through the stands one more time.
Medical Arts Pharmacy is your locally owned independent hometown pharmacy. Unlike the big chain stores, Medical Arts Pharmacy calls you by name and treats you like family and friends, not a number. Medical Arts has more National Board certified technicians and personnel than other pharmacies to keep down your waiting time on prescriptions. Online refills at medicalartsofshelby.com. Medical Arts Pharmacy, 108 Grover Street near the hospital in Shelby. Call 704-487-8068.
Everyone knows Kibo's has the most delicious pizza around, but now Kibo's has breakfast biscuits and hot wings. Yes, now you can get bacon, egg, liver mush, and sausage biscuits, and fantastic hot wings. Keith and RB remind you that Kibo's is also your one stop when you run out of milk, bread, soft drinks, candy, gum, crackers, charcoal, soap, tobacco, oil, and when you're running low on gas. There's also fresh produce and hand-dipped ice cream at Kibo's, Highway 226 North at Zion Church Road in Shelby.
Back at Veterans Field, Keeter Stadium, 1 down here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. First batter up, Will Champion, pops to first. And that'll bring up Hunter Conley, the cleanup batter. And Dustin Green's first pitch in there called strike to Conley, 0-1. Conley had a sacrifice fly, knocked in a run, and grounded into a 1-6-3 ground out. Led up off the outside part of the plate, 1-1. Hit that ball up the middle off of the glove of Dustin Green last time up, and Chandler Young made a good play to take care of Conley. Next pitch low in the dirt, 2-1. Six, 8, and 2 across the board for post 82, 3, 5, and 0 for Huntersville. Dangerous hitter here, Hunter Conley. 2-1 pitch low, 3 balls and a strike.
Conley, without a hit tonight, did have a sacrifice fly to drive in a run back in the first inning.
And this pitch is lifted high in the air to shallow left center field. Coming on and making the play, Nick Triplett, 2 down. That'll bring up Jared Fortune.
Next batter will be number 13, Jared Fortune. Silent Honda.
Fortune tonight, 0 for 1, had a base on balls in the first inning, flied to left back in the third.
And he takes first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Dustin Green, since coming on in the second inning, has only given up 1 hit and 1 unearned run. As 0-1 is outside, ball 1-1-1.
I look down that right fit in the right field. I still see Brock Milton's hit going over the fence there, but it didn't. He hit off the fence, but got a double.
1-1 is lifted foul. Left field side, and the count goes to 1-2.
Thought we saw his second grand slam of the series for post 82 almost, didn't we?
Yeah, I thought he had enough of it. Two down, nobody on. 1-2 count on Jared Fortune. Fastball inside. Count 2-2. Dustin ready with the 2-2. This is off the plate. Count will be full with two down, nobody on. Payoff pitch off the plate. Ball 4. Fortune reaches with a 2-out walk.
First base on balls issued by Dustin Green since he came in back in the second inning.
11, Eric Seiler. Duncan on deck.
And that'll send up the shortstop, Eric Seiler. First pitch to Seiler, low and away, ball 1. Seiler's walked and struck out in 2 plate appearances. Led up, swung on and missed, 1-1. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Shelby leads at 6-3 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, and just another reminder, it's only a 7-inning game. The winner will go on to face Cherryville post 100 in the semifinal round of the Area 4 American Legion playoffs. Led up over the inside corner, 1-2. I don't think Seiler agreed with the call, but the batter somehow just never gets the last word. Neither does the pitcher for that matter, though.
No, he doesn't.
Dustin ready now with the 1-2. Curveball swung on a miss. Seiler down on strikes, and that'll take care of Huntersville.
No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the 6th inning on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Post 82 leads it 6-3 over Huntersville, and you're listening to Post 82 Baseball, a tradition on WOHS, and you're watching it tonight on whatsupshopper.com.
You know, some things just go together, like Romeo and Juliet, like lipstick and lips, like shoes and socks, but not sandals and socks. That's not a good look. Like action movies and catchphrases, like McDonald's and an icy cold Coke. And now any size Coca-Cola, soft drink, or sweet tea from McDonald's is just $1. So they go even more together, like reality shows and hot tubs. McDonald's and Coke, the simple joy of being made for each other. Prices and participation may vary. Limited time, a la carte only.
West End Sales in Vale is proud to welcome Ron Parker to their staff. Ron takes his time to invite his friends and former customers to come by and see him for all of your farm and lawn and garden equipment needs. And for a limited time, get a free loader with any Coyote Series tractor, excluding the DS Series. And get a free first-time oil change with the purchase of any new tractor. See Ron Parker today at West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale. So you think it'll take a miracle to get affordable insurance? Well, Pilgrim Insurance in Shelby and Lincoln believes in miracles. Come by and talk with one of their friendly, helpful staff members. Call now for a free quote, and you'll find you'll get lower rates and better service. Pilgrim will insure any driver, any age, any vehicle. Yes, miracles do happen. Visit Pilgrim Insurance, 220 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, and on Clark Drive in the Town and Country Shopping Center in Lincoln.
Post 82 leads it on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, and Dustin Green at the plate.
And the first pitch taken for a called strike by right-hander Spencer Vanatter. And it's 0-1. Dustin will call time. A lot of back and forth in this series between the pitchers and the hitters in the batter's box. Next pitch is hit between third and short into left field for a leadoff single by Dustin Green.
Single by Green.
That's the 9th or 10th hit of the ball game.
Yes.
Post 82. Chandler Young steps up. And this might be a bunting situation for Chandler. Showing bunt, bunts it, but off of the screen. Just to the left of the Shelby dugout, 0-1. Chandler's 1 for 1. He singled at center and walked.
That was a 9th hit for post 82 on the night.
Chandler squaring once again. Now pulling it back and taking the pitch for a ball. One. Taken once again for a ball. 2-1 the count.
Again, these umpires in today's games, both of them have had very small, narrow strike zones, buddy. That's the reason we've seen so many walks this afternoon.
2-1 pitch. There's a bunt to the left of the mound. Going to second with it, and he throws it away. Vanatter tried to get the runner at second, threw it into center field, and we've got runners at the corner, still nobody out. Didn't have a chance, I didn't think, of the runner at runner at second. Should have just went and got the out at first.
Yeah, he just made a poor choice there. And Shelby, scoring situation again, nobody out.
So credit Chandler Young with the sacrifice, and then he reaches on the sacrifice, and then allowing Dustin Green to advance to third, the throwing error on Vanatter.
Now top of the order is up.
Now Jackson Mims, top of the order, and you can do all kinds of things now. With a 3-run lead, nobody out, first and third. Jackson handles the bat pretty well, infield in all the way around for Huntersville. They can't afford to give up any more runs right now, trailing by 3 with only 2 innings to play. Next pitch fouled, first pitch I should say, fouled out of play to Mims, 0-1. Chandler Young at first, Dustin Green at third. From the stretch, Vanatter. Next pitch hit off of the leg of Dustin Green. He was in foul territory, so it won't be an out, but that's going to hurt. It'll just go as a strike. It'll be 0-2 on Jackson Mims. Looked like it hit him around the ankle or shin, and coach and staff from Huntersville is going to come out and ask the home plate umpire, but he's definitely taking his lead in foul territory. I mean, you do that since you're 13 and you play by taking leads. You're taught to get your lead in foul territory in case the ball hits you. But I guess it doesn't hurt to ask. I think you said that earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right.
It never hurts to ask. He can always say no.
He can always say no. I mean, if he says yes sometime, hey, that's percentage is good enough.
Can't score if you don't shoot, can you?
That's right.
So 0-2 count on Jackson Mims. First and third for Shelby. Nobody out. Top of the 6th inning. 6-3, Shelby leads it. On the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, here's the 0-2 in the dirt. The runner from first, Chandler Young, will advance to second, but a good block by Pern, the catcher, will keep Dustin Green at third. So second and third now. And the count 1-2 on Jackson Mims. Nobody out still. Drawn in infield for Huntersville. From the stretch, here's the 1-2 off the plate, 2-2. Venatter gets a sign from Pern. Comes set. Here's the 2-2. That's outside. Ball 3, 3-2 to Jackson Mims. Post 82 with a golden opportunity here to just really open up some distance. Already with a 3-run lead. Nobody out, payoff pitch coming to Mims, but before we get it, Venatter will step off the rubber. On deck is C.J. Brooks. Venatter comes set. Payoff pitch, swung on a missed, and Mims down on strikes. So 1 out for C.J. Brooks. C.J. has had a good night at the plate.
Yeah, he's a couple singles. He's driven in 2 runs. He scored 2 runs. He also reached base on base on balls.
And I would think about putting him on, but I don't know. You're down 3 runs. You can't afford to put your pitcher in a position where he walks a run in, maybe. First pitch, high, ball 1. Right-hander Spencer Venatter on the mound for Huntersville. Still a drawn-in infield. There's a hit by the second baseman into right field. Conley comes up with it. Throws toward the plate. 1 run in, an RBI single by C.J. Brooks, and it's now 7-3 Shelby on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard.
Another Pegram Insurance run, and it's a case there where
drawn in infield.
Drawn in field. If he'd been back in his regular position, Shelby might have still got the run, but
it could have been a double play ball.
Yeah, it could have been, yeah.
And we're going to have another visit to the mound with 1 out and runners at first and third.
As Coach Smith comes out again. And we're going to have another Jammin' Jay's call to the bullpen. So while I do that, let's take this pitching break. Sponsored by Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory on Grove Street in Shelby. Thanks to Jeff Walker and the folks out there. Some of the best pizza in town. You can find it at Jammin' Jay's Pizza out on Grove Street behind the Golden Corral in Shelby. Back with more in 90 seconds on WOHS.
Thinking about new carpet or floor covering for your home? Then think about Flooring America in Kings Mountain or Carpet One Interiors in Gastonia. Either one is just a short drive away. You'll find name brand floor covering at great prices with expert installation. Come in and check out the savings today. Flooring America, 602 Slater Street in Kings Mountain, and Carpet One Interiors, 2759 East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia. There's a store near you.
Davini Lumber and Salvage in Polkville can save you on everything from hardware items to landscape timbers to treated lumber and mulch. Plus, Davini's has dog kennels, paneling, windows, hardwood flooring, doors, exterior shutters, and more. So whether you're building new or remodeling, see Max and the folks at Davini Lumber and Salvage. Call 704-538-8211 for Davini Lumber and Salvage, Highway 226 in downtown Polkville.
That will be number 19, Evan Velazquez.
Send it. New pitcher Jordan Blair, a right-hander for Huntersville, and at the plate for Shelby is Evan Loases.
And Evan, our Oro Supermarket player to watch, up with runners at first and third, 1 out in the inning. And Post 82 with the run in to stretch their lead to 7-3 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. And the catcher, Jake Perrin, out to have what seems like about the 57th meeting on the mound with both teams. I'm not just saying about Huntersville, but been a lot of gatherings around that little circle.
And that means that's the importance of this ball game. There's no tomorrow for the loser.
You're right. Right-hander Jordan Blair comes set. His fastball in the outside corner, 0-1. Evans 1 for 2, reached on a walk. Singled to left and popped up to the catcher. Next pitch in the dirt, 1-1. Chandler Young over at third, C.J. Brooks at first for Post 82. 1 out, top of the 6th inning in a 7-inning affair. Blair comes set. 1-1 fastball outside, 2-1. Should be a good spot right here for Evan. 2-1 count. Blair doesn't want to put him on, you would think. Might get a good pitch to hit here. Right-hander comes set. Fastball swung on a miss, 2-2.
Quite a cut by Evan there.
On deck, the cleanup batter, Nick Triplett. Huntersville double play depth up the middle now, looking for the double play grounder. Ball's in the dirt, off of the chest protector of Pern, but down to second. Advances C.J. Brooks, and there's no chance for a double play now. So Loasis will be at the plate, full count, runners at second and third with only 1 out. Thanks, Suzanne. That's ball 4, and Evan Loasis down at first with the 1 out walk, and that'll load him up for cleanup batter Nick Triplett.
Well, thanks, Susie. You might have heard Suzanne in here. Want to know if we need any refreshments here, but we appreciate what she's done in keeping us taken care of here in the press box.
Yes, absolutely. We sure do.
And everyone in that concession stand in there, we appreciate very much the food and the drinks and things like that.
Nick Triplett, as Jordan Blair will work from the windup now, all the way to the screen with it. Another run will score for Post 82. It's now Shelby 8, Huntersville 3 as Chandler Young scores. And the other runners move up to second and third. 1-0 the count on Triplett. And you kind of get the feeling that it's just getting away from Huntersville. They've used a lot of pitchers, Blair being the 5th in this ball game.
Well, Coach Smith used, Hunter Conley in that first game, and they got...
There's a line drive to left center field. Will score at least 1. Loasis will be waived, and it will score 2. And a big 1 out, 2-run single by Nick Triplett. And that blows the Shelby lead up. As they add 2 more.
And it's 10 now.
10-3.
Yes. Well, I started to say Coach Smith did what he had to do to get to Game 5 for Huntersville. He used his ace, Hunter Conley. He had a great game on the mound, and but when they tried to use him in the second game, he just didn't have anything left much, did he?
No, went a couple of innings. Actually didn't
do bad.
Give up a 1 run, but he gave up 3 hits, and you could tell he didn't have his normal stuff, which is definitely understandable. Brock Melton at the plate. Brock's got a couple of hits and 2 RBIs to go with it. There's a let-up over for strike, and it's 0-2 on Melton.
And one note to mention about the Shelby pitching, Dustin Green has one more inning. That's the bottom of this inning. He has eligible for tonight and for this period.
There's a pitch fouled off the screen. Count remains 0-2 on Brock Melton. Little chopper foul that rolls into the Huntersville dugout. Nick Triplett at first. Still only 1 out in the inning. With post 82 with 4 on the board to this point. Breaking it open, 10-3 they lead it now on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Here's the 0-2. That's in the dirt. Triplett moves up to second and takes a wide turn down there. Count 1-2 now on the Shelby first baseman. There's a chopper to second. It'll get the runner over to third. Sobo to Fortune, 4-3 on the putout, and there's 2 down. That'll bring up Nick Hastings, and Nick had a sacrifice fly in his only plate appearance in the ball game. Looks at a pitch low and inside, ball 1. Is high, 2-0.
Mind you, Braves baseball back on the air tomorrow afternoon, 1:20 air time against the Mets at Turner Field.
Blair's 2-0 is over. Count 2-1. Curveball fouled back behind the plate off the mid of the catcher Pern, and it's 2-2. Seven, 8, and 9 will be due up in the bottom half of this inning for Huntersville. 2-2, hit to first. And Nick Hastings he didn't even get out of the box. He's hurt. He rolled his ankle or something. First baseman Fortune makes the play to end the inning.
For post 82, 4 runs in the inning on 1, 2, 3 hits and 1 runner left on base. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. And post 82 now leads at 10-3 over Huntersville on Big O Country and WhatsUpShopper.com.
The drawer was Walt Zeller and Mr. Zach Byers.
Got a special occasion coming up? Celebrate it with a greeting card from the new greeting card section at Griffin Drugstore in downtown Kings Mountain. Griffin Drugstore now has a new $1 greeting card section. Since 1919, Griffin Drugstore has been serving the people of Kings Mountain with the finest in prescription service, featuring free citywide delivery and 10% senior citizens discounts. Griffin Drug, 129 West Mountain Street, downtown Kings Mountain.
Ready to travel? Then first travel into Young RVs in Kings Mountain. Take a look at the Viking Ultralight Conventional Travel Trailer with prices starting at $89.95. Choose from 3 great floor plans. And if you want to camp on Easy Street, see the Viking Hybrid Camping Trailers starting at $59.95. This unit has features you can't live without, See the Viking difference. Viking travel trailers and campers available from Young RV Sales on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass intersection, Kings Mountain.
Experience.
We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. 10-3 is our score. Shelby leads Huntersville on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, and Connor Duncan leads off the inning.
And he hits the ball to third baseman Jackson Mims. His throw is off the bag, but a good play by Brock Melton to make the tag at first base. 5-3 on the putout, one down.
Next batter will be number 23, Jordan Blair. Turner on deck.
And Jordan Blair at the plate. He lifts the fly ball to right. Hastings in the game, and Wright comes on and makes the catch. 2 down.
As we mentioned earlier, this is the final inning eligibility for Dustin Green. He pitched 7 innings back on Thursday night down at Huntersville, or was it Wednesday night? Anyway, a couple nights ago. It was Thursday night, and so that's 12 innings for this period.
So catcher Jake Pern at the plate. He's 1 for 2. He's singled and struck out. 2 down, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th inning. And first pitch by Green in there for a called strike, 0-1. Dustin has only given up 1 hit and an unearned run. He's thrown 4 2/3 innings. 0-1 pitch inside, ball 1, 1-1. One fouled off the screen, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch foul back out of play. And the count will still be 1-2. I want to remind you, following the game, we'll be giving out our Players of the Game awards. One, two, called strike 3. Fastball outside corner, paring down, and that'll take care of Huntersville here in the 6th.
3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the 7th inning on the Medical Arts Furnview scoreboard in this 7-inning game, and Post 82 leads it 10-3 over Huntersville on Big O Country and WhatsUpShopper.com.
Quality and guaranteed service. That's what you get from Shelby Transmission Specialists. They do straight drives and automatic transmissions. They can repair and rebuild transmissions and sell parts as well. So if you're having trouble with your transmission, see the experts, Hal Hambrick, Lyle Reynolds, and Jimmy Stepp at Shelby Transmission Specialist, 734 Nally Drive, just off Highway 226 North, Shelby. Call 704-482-8756.
Attention landscape professionals, got a great deal on a Toro Z-Master zero-turn rider and boost your productivity. Its revolutionary Turbo Force 7-gauge steel cutting deck features the industry's toughest spindle assembly and an adjustable front baffle to achieve a superb cut on tall grass, wet grass, even tough-to-cut grass. Get the machine that gets more done. Get a deal, too, with Toro Financing. See your participating dealer for details. Toro, count on it. Available at Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive, at the Oak Grove Road, Highway 74 bypass, Kings Mountain.
Gamble's Beef.
Leading off the post 82 will be number 5, Cody Fitch.
Back at Veterans Field, Keeter Stadium, we go to the top of the 7th inning. And Cody Fitch at the plate. Count 1-1. As he leads off things for Post 82. Post 82 with a 10-3 lead on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. A slow roller to second. Zobo, close play, but he just gets Fitch 4-3, out 1. And that'll send to the plate Austin Bridges, pinch hitting for Dustin Green.
And we'll see Frankie Harrell come in the bottom of the 7th for Post 82, I believe.
Frankie's done a good job on the mound in this series and all year long for Post 82. Right-hander Jordan Blair's first pitch to Austin Bridges, fouled first base side.
Now, we hadn't seen Austin play a lot here in the 2012 season for Post 82, but he's a very fundamentally sound baseball player, and of course played for Shelby High this spring.
Takes the next pitch up and away, and the count 1-1.
And what game was it he bunted the ball and scored and brought the winning run home? Was it in the Lincoln County series?
Next pitch fouled third base side. You know my memory, Dan.
It was it was in the Lincoln County series, and big win for Post 82 in that game against Lincoln County in the bottom of the 9th inning.
1-2 the count now in Austin. There's a hit to right field, just to the left of Sobo at second, and it makes its way into right field. Conley gets it back in, a one-out single from Austin Bridges.
Hit by Bridges brings to the plate number 9, Chandler Young.
12th hit of the ball game for Post 82, and Chandler Young is at the plate.
Chandler's been on base each time tonight. Has scored 2 runs. He's got 1 hit him on those 3 times at the plate.
Swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1.
Single back in the 3rd inning, based on balls in the 5th, and on via fielder's choice in the 6th.
There's a liner towards short. Nice play by the shortstop, and he throws behind Austin Bridges at first to double him off, and that'll end the inning.
So for Post 82 in the 7th, no runs, 1 hit. There were no errors and nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Let's hold in Post 82 and move on as they lead it 10-3 over Huntersville on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard on Big O Country, WOHS, and WhatsAppShopper.com.
BP Auto Repair in Uptown Shelby is your one stop for gas and repair work on your vehicle. You can get quality BP gasoline, and Bill Gamble and his staff can do light and medium repair work on all types of vehicles, including work on CV joints, water pumps, alternators, and service and repair work on your car's air conditioning and heating systems. They can change your oil and lubricate your vehicle as well. And now Gamble's has tires. Come see the good selection of new tires at Gamble's BP Auto Repair, the Calv at Warren Streets in Uptown Shelby.
Here's a special money-saving message from Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs. If you use petroleum products, you should consider a generic brand. Major brands charge premium rates covering national advertising and promotions. Good generic brand packages their own products and meets manufacturer specifications, and they can sell at a lower price because of lower overhead. Our generic brands include Wolfhead, Coastal, AutoGuard, and Lubriguard. Buy these brands and you cut your costs. See Putnam Distributors, 1626 Peterson Drive, Patterson Springs. Be sure to pick up this week's What's Up Shopper and check out the Essiter Auto Sales ad. Play the new Essiter Auto Sales Sports Trivia. Get the sports trivia question right, and you could win a free $10 gift certificate to your choice of the Western Sizzlin' or the Clock. And check out the great buys with over 130 automobiles on the lot. Down payments start at $499. See the entire inventory at EssiterAutoSales.com. Essiter Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby, located right next to Bojangles.
Shelby, and the first batter at top of the order for Frankie to face for Huntersville as Shelby leads at 10-3 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. It'll be Jared Sobo, followed by Kurt Stavashevsky and Will Champion.
Sobo 2 for 3 in the ball game. It's doubled, singled, and bounced to second. Fouls the first pitch off. On the first base side, 0-1. Bottom of the seventh inning, 10-3. Shelby leads it on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Trying to close it out here. Frankie Harrell. Ball's lifted to right field. Nick Hastings on the run. Can't come up with it. Plays it on the hop. And a leadoff single by Sobo.
Base hit by Sobo. Brings to the plate number 2, Kurt Stavashevsky.
That'll send up the third baseman, Kurt Stavashevsky. Frankie Harrell comes set. And his first pitch hit Stavashevsky in the head and the helmet. Second player tonight. He's running down to first. He's okay, and that's a good sign.
Well, I tell you, buddy, it's never over till you over, so you don't need to be putting runners on base right here, especially the freebie type.
Yeah, I'm sure it just got away from him. Will Champion, who's 1 for 3, and the number 3 hitter in the lineup at the plate. With runners at first and second, nobody out. Chopper up the middle. Shortstop steps on the bag. He won't have a double play opportunity, but Chandler Young made a good play to get the lead runner, or the runner from first, I should say. Runner from second was the lead runner. He moves over to third. The Champion with the fielder's choice is on at first, 1 down. Right fielder, Hunter Conley. The first pitch chopped toward the Shelby dugout, foul, 0-1. Conley's 0 for 2. He did have a sacrifice fly back in the first inning.
Drove in Champion with that sacrifice fly.
Harrell's 0-1 is popped up to shallow center field. And calling for it and coming on to make the play is the left fielder, C.J. Brooks, a runner from third. Tags, but I would makes it 10-4. Post 82, and I'm thinking that they may try to appeal the runner at third, but I'm not sure. There's 2 down. A runner at first, and Jared Fortune at the plate. Fortune's 0 for 1. He's reached twice on walks. Looks at a pitch for a strike, 0-1. Post 82, 1 out away from moving on to the third round of the playoffs, and will take on Cherryville Post 100 They can get out of it here. 0-1 is low and inside, 1-1. One from Frankie Harrell is low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Two one in there, and it's 2-2.
You know, I guess these coaches played a chess game with their pitching staffs in this final game. It looks like Coach Grayson's just about ready to win.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get when you come up to playoff time and you've played a lot of games. Your pitchers have pitched a lot of innings. And you just make the best move that you think's possible and then see what happens. There's 2-2. This might do it. Slow roller to first. Brock Melton will step on the bag, and Shelby post 82 wins this series 3-2 over Huntersville on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard.
Yeah, they win at 10-4 tonight as in the bottom of the 7th, Huntersville with 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors, 1 left. Stay tuned for the Shelby Savings Bank postgame show. We'll talk to one of the coaches and some of the winning players after this 3-minute break. Our final score again on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Post 82 defeats Huntersville 10-4 on Big O Country and WhatsUpShopper.com.
I'd like to say congratulations to Huntersville, all the players, coaches, and the fans. I'd like to wish them safe travels back home.
Spring is here. It's time to start those projects you've been putting off all winter long. And the place to start is Cleveland Lumber Company in Shelby. Brighten up your home with a new coat of Benjamin Moore paint. You'll find every color under the sun along with all of your painting supplies. Build a deck for those summer cookouts. Fix that leaky faucet in the bathroom. Or put in those new windows you've been wanting. Whatever the project, see Cleveland Lumber Company, 217 Arrowwood Street in Shelby. The projects start and end with Cleveland Lumber Company.
Your engagement is a defining moment in your life, and Wright's Jewelry in Boston can help you choose the engagement ring to perfectly reflect your commitment to her. Whether a princess cut or round brilliant diamond is her choice, Wright's can set it in the ring mounting that will ensure she says yes. Choose from a large selection of beautiful wedding and engagement sets. Serving our area since 1937. Visit Wright's Jewelry, Highway 18 North in Boston, or online at wrightsjewelrystore.com.
Nature commands not just how fast a plant can grow, but also the shape and direction it grows in. Almost invisible to the human eye, grass can grow up to 5 inches a week. That's 1/1000th of an inch every second minute.
Manage the wild with chainsaws, trimmers, blowers, and lawnmowers from Husqvarna. Husqvarna, taming the wild.
Your local Husqvarna sales and service dealer is Elliott Supply, Highway 182 in Polkville.
As a parent, every choice that I make is an important one, including which automobile insurance is right for my family. GMAC Insurance and Witherspoon Insurance Agency offer the solutions that I need. They understand the importance of automobiles in my life, and that I depend on quality service to get me where I want to go. Security comes from the knowledge that there's always someone to assist me whenever I may need it. And in the event of an accident, they will handle my claim fairly and quickly. GMAC Insurance and Witherspoon Insurance Agency. They keep my life moving.
Baseball, the national pastime. It's basic, simple. In a time when, for a lot of Americans, many things are not. Your local Allstate agent can help make things a bit easier by saving you money on car insurance. Right off the bat, safe drivers can save up to 25%. Are you in good hands?
Your local Allstate agent is Chris McDaniel at the Chris McDaniel Allstate Insurance Agency, 404 Cherryville Road across from the YMCA in Shelby. Call 704-484-3463.
Summertime is wedding time. If you've got a wedding in your near future, see Chadwick's Bridal and Formals in Shelby. For over 35 years, Chadwick's has been dressing up Shelby and Cleveland counties. They are your tuxedo headquarters. Rent 5 and get the 6th one free. No matter the occasion, Chadwick's can dress you up. See Chadwick's Bridal and Formals, 806 West Warren Street in Shelby.
They won the 5th and deciding game here tonight, and big win for Post 82 as they head on to face Cherryville tomorrow night at Fraley Field. You can hear the game on WOHS tomorrow night. We'll have that for you with airtime at 6:45. And for your listeners on WCSL, Milton and his folks will have the Cherryville side of the story on Post 100 on WCSL tomorrow night, and as well as the What's Up Shopper feed tomorrow night will feature Milton and his assistant with the play-by-play on What's Up Shopper tomorrow night. But it's good to be back going to the third round of the playoffs tomorrow night. And, Buddy, this team just kept fighting away despite just wasn't a very good game at all in Game 4 this afternoon. Come back tonight and did what they had to do and came up with a big win.
Yeah, I was really kind of concerned, Dan, the way they lost that first game, and the second game being a 7-inning game as well. But they shook it off, came back, and even getting behind 2-1 in this ball game. The big 2 innings, the 5th and 6th innings, where they put 5 and 4 respectively on the board, just put it out of reach and propelled them into the next round. And they'll take on an old neighbor, Cherryville Post 100, and it gets underway tomorrow night.
It'll be at Fraley Field tomorrow night. And our post-game show is brought to you by Shelby Savings Bank. Located 2 locations to serve you, the main office in uptown Shelby, Warren at the Cab, and also out at Cleveland Mall, the branch office, Shelby Savings Bank. And Shelby got on the scoreboard first night, picked up a run in the first inning, led 1-0. But in the bottom of the first, Huntersville took the lead with 2 runs, added another run in the third inning to make it 3-1. And they had to run in the bottom of the third, it made 3-1 in the third. Then Shelby finally got on board with some runs in the 5th and 6th innings, sent 9 minutes to the plate in the 5th inning, scored 5 runs, 8 to the plate in the 6th inning, scored 4 runs, and held on for this 10-4 win over Huntersville tonight. And our line score for tonight's game for Shelby, they had 10 runs on 12 hits, committed 2 errors, and left 5 on base. For Huntersville, they had 4 runs on 6 hits, committed 2 errors, left 8 on base. Winning pitcher, a second of 3 pitchers tonight for Shelby, Dustin Green. He had 5 innings to pitch. He came on with a runner on board, nobody out in the second, and pitched through the 6th inning and gave up only 1 hit in that period of play and shut them out, in fact, except for 1 run, I beg your pardon, in the 3rd inning on an unearned run on a couple errors that hurt the Post 82 cause. But he's the winning pitcher, his second win of this series, and Frankie Harrell came on in the bottom of the 7th inning to get Huntersville out and clinched a win for Post 82. And great win. Shelby now is 17-17 on the season. Huntersville ends its season at 17-5. And we want to thank everyone who's helped us tonight, including our studio producer back at WOHS Studios in Shelby. And that, of course, was Steve Roberts again tonight. Thanks to Kevin Hastings, who's been here with the camera and the What's Up Shopper computer and produced this part of the broadcast tonight. And also, thanks to all our sponsors who make these broadcasts possible. Now, coming up in just a few minutes here in the Shelby Savings Bank post-game show, we'll have some players to talk to and a coach. But, Buddy, let's do our players of the game here.
Okay, Dan, tonight's defensive player of the game, sponsored by Rapid Pace Oil Change. And tonight that award goes to Brock Melton, the first baseman. Did a great job at the first sack over there, and he's our defensive player of the game, sponsored by Rapid Pace Oil Change. Our best hitter award, sponsored by Falston Pharmacy. We give that as a co-award and probably could have thrown in another player or two, but tonight, C.J. Brooks and Nick Triplett, our best hitters of the game, sponsored by Falston Pharmacy, and our overall player of the game was our winning pitcher, Dustin Green, who came on in relief, pitched 5 innings, giving up only 1 hit and an unearned run. Also 1 for 3 at the plate. Dustin, our S&R Auto Sales overall player of the game.
I'll remind you that both these games today have been recorded, and if you've watched them live, that's good. But if you want to go back and show somebody the game or watch them again, these games again, you can go to whatsupshopper.com and watch the replay of these games anytime you want to. And we got some of our stars of the game in with us now, and I think who we got here, buddy? I think we got see Dustin Green. Where's Dustin?
Dustin, what's that thing on your arm, man? Why you got something on your arm?
You got to ice it down that way I don't hurt my arm.
Did a great job, man. Come on in relief and just shut them down. And then you guys got the bats going in the 5th and 6th inning and just put it away. How's it feel?
Feels great. I come in a big situation. I was pumped for a big situation. I was ready to come in. I believe that's why I done so good, because I wanted to be there.
Well, it's a great win for you, and you get some rest on that arm, and maybe you'll be ready to go again tomorrow night, right? Just kidding.
I might be.
Hey, Dustin.
I'm sure you would if they would allow you to do that.
Dustin, 2 nights ago you pitched 7 innings. How did you feel about coming in tonight? How did you feel physically about coming in tonight and going against this Huntersville team again?
I felt great. My arm felt great. I felt confident in all my stuff, and I felt confident that I could get them out. And I just come in trying to work it low and get ground balls.
You know, right now, buddy, we have 2 players of the year right here. Dustin, the player of the year in the the South Mountain Athletic Conference, and our next guy over here, Nick Triplett, was player of the year in the Big South Conference. And Dustin, congratulations, great game.
Thank you, sir. Great game, Dustin. Nick Triplett, one of our hitters of the game award winners. Nick had another great night to play, and you guys just after that first game, how did you feel? Because you really, 9-1. Could have got down on yourselves, but you didn't. You came back out, fought hard, got behind 2-1, but then you put things together.
Well, we felt like before the game it was a must-win, and it was a must-win. We had to win or we were going home. And, if it comes down to we have to win the ball game, we're going to. That's just how we are. We always seem to play good when the pressure's on us, so we were able to do it again.
How do you feel about, I know you really probably don't care who you play, but it's always fun when Cherville and Shelby get together, and tomorrow night you're going to start that best-of-5 series, game 1 tomorrow night at Cherville.
Yeah, it makes it even bigger. Because Coach Grayson said at the end of the year it's going to come down to Cherville and us, and that's what it's coming down to. And, I mean, they're good. Can't take nothing against them, but we can beat them if we hit the ball and our pitching throws like you can.
Well, Nick, congratulations. Great game, man, and good luck to you tomorrow night. Look forward to seeing you in that Cherville series. C.J. Brooks, great game again, man. Probably had a great game because that T-shirt you got on under your shirt there.
Yeah, that's right. Tar Heels.
CJ, you 3 for 3, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and one of the big reasons Post 82 is moving on. And it's just another great game for you. And at any point during that game, did you feel like that you guys were out of it?
Yeah, at the beginning, I knew they was going to bounce back hard because we just got done playing one game and they was all heated up, ready to play, and then started going, got our bat started up, and when that happens, we just keep on. Everybody goes through and hits.
Yeah, I felt like once you put those 2 innings together there, you kind of took a lot of fight out of them. I thought they were kind of ready to pack it up after that.
Yeah, well, once you get down so much, especially late in the game, it's hard to have the energy to come back and come through with it.
Yeah. CJ, congratulations, man, and look forward to seeing you against Cherville.
Thanks, sir.
Moving on again.
Thanks, man.
Coach Steve Gold.
Hey, it was a good game. It's good the boys bounced back there after that first game. Got down there. They were a little down, but when we went down to the locker room, they all still had their heads up and everything. And when they came out, and Huntersville jumped up on us there 2-1, but our guys hung in there, and we had a couple big innings there to put it away.
Yeah, and I thought with them starting Conley, it kind of surprised me a little bit, them going with him to start the second game, because I felt like you guys, you just can't go out there and throw like that. You know that. I felt like you'd get some good swings at him, and you did.
Yeah, Conley, he's a good pitcher. He threw the first 7 innings in the first game, but he didn't throw probably about 75 or 80 pitches. So, but with that long break there, that 30 minutes, that's tough to come back from that. I mean, you sometimes you have big innings when you're batting, you can kind of toss in between there, but it seemed like he you know, he came out in the first inning there, and we got a couple hits off of him, and then like in the last inning of the first game, you know, it looked like he was struggling a little bit, but you have to give the kid heart. You know, he had a lot of heart to come out there and try to give his team what he could give them.
Any idea on who you might face on the mound for Cherryville tomorrow night, and any idea on who you guys might throw?
I don't know who we might face. Hastings, I would think, because they've had had the day off, and I don't know when the last time he pitched, but it could be any of them, and we have no idea who we will throw.
Coach, you know, talk about the pitching situation today. Of course, Dustin had pitched on Thursday night, went 7 innings. Then you come back with Nick Triplett today in the first game. Didn't have his best stuff today, and he, of course, lost 9-1. Now you come to this 5th game tonight. You got to win it. Either team's got to win if they want to go to tomorrow. But you came in with Cody, you know, and you knew Dustin had 5 innings to go. So had y'all already planned to bring Dustin in after a couple innings?
Yeah, that was the plan, because Dustin, all he had was 5 innings left. We was hoping to get 2 out of Cody, and if he could give us more, we'd take it, you know. But Dustin, he throws every day, and Dustin, he bounces back quick. And Nick, in the first game, you know, he didn't have his best stuff, but, I mean, he hadn't thrown since last Saturday because of the weather. He was supposed to throw a couple days ago, but with the weather and stuff. But I think our pitching, we got guys, we're a little thin right now, but we'll see what we can do tomorrow. Go out there, and might be a staff out in tomorrow, and see what we can do.
Well, Coach, congratulations. Couldn't be happier for all you guys. I mean, the team just battled, and got the job done. And, hey, when it's postseason, anybody can win. And anytime you go out there, these guys I know believe they can win. So I look forward to a good series against Cherryville.
Yeah, they do believe they can win, and it should be a good series. Should have good crowds for all the games, and just have everybody come out and support both teams, and may the best team win.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations, Coach Gold.
Coach Steve Gold, assistant coach for Post 82, and Steve was a former Post 82 player under Mike Grayson in Mike's first years. And Gold, Steve, done a good job helping Coach Grayson over the last few years. He worked a lot with the pitchers as well. So, hey, good game tonight, buddy. I thought, I really, you know, you wondered after that first game when they got beat 9-1,
yeah,
can they come back?
Well, I knew they could, but, you know, with young kids, you sometimes don't know how they're going to respond, but they definitely, and especially I thought after falling behind 2-1, you know, and it could have been a little bit worse than that. They made some plays to keep it 2-1 and then got their bats going, and then things just started to really fall into place for them.
Well, big win, big series win, and Post 82 goes to the Area 4 semifinals. All the other Area 4 semifinals will feature the Gaston Braves and Gaston Braves and Caldwell County. So that series will get underway tomorrow night as well, and then the winners of those 2 series will play for the Area 4 championship. And it all depends. Now, if Caldwell is in the Area 4 championship series, then the winner of this next series will automatically win a berth in the state tournament no matter what happens in the championship series.
Right, because Caldwell County is hosting the state tournament, so they're already in.
But if the Gaston Braves wins that series, then
you'll have to win the state.
You have to win the
Area 4 to get to the state, right?
Yeah, so you got to keep that in mind. But hey, that's still down the road a little bit.
Yep.
Next, Cherryville on the mind of Post 82. Again, thanks to everybody for their help tonight. Post 82 wins it in Game 5 of this Best of 5 series, 10-4. For Kevin Hastings, for Steve Roberts, for Buddy Ramey, I'm Dan Greer, reminding you the final score on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Post 82 defeats Huntersville 10-4 and wins this Best of 5 series 3-2 and heads to Cherryville tomorrow night. We'll be there for you, folks. Tune in if you can't make it out. Post 82 Baseball is a production of KCTC Broadcasting, and you heard it tonight on WOHS, WCSL, RealCountry1390.com. You watched it tonight on WhatsUpShopper.com. See you tomorrow night, everybody. Good night.